Hello everyone, today we're looking at one of these. This is a Philips PR92. I've just damaged the box, but never mind. This is one of a handful of phones Philips did back in the day for the old analog ETACS system. This one is out of the UK. It's a very random, weird looking phone. I'll take a look in a minute, but this is what the box looks like. Philips did a whole bunch of phones for ETACS. They did a couple as well for NMT back in the day. So this is what the box looks like. You can clearly see it's approved for the UK. But anyway, so let's take a look inside to see what you got when you bought one of these back in the day. Now, there is actually a spare battery in here, which you didn't get as standard, but I do happen to have one. And then you also got what looks like a leather case of some sort. I'm not too sure. This is a Philips original because it's got the Philips logo on it just up here. I don't know if you can see that. I've got to work out what that's for, because that doesn't look like it's for the phone. But anyway, and of course you got the manual, which is what this is. Nice black and white job. Got a couple of illustrations in there, which always helps. And out of curiosity, does this have a date? Yes, it does. Printed in Germany, August 1994. You got it right there. Will this focus? Will it focus? I'm not sure it will. What a pain. There we go. 1994. 94. So this is quite an old phone. This is quite an old phone. I thought this was actually late 90s. There's a surprise. So, but anyway, I'm going to talk about this today. I've been getting a lot of comments about, oh yeah, well, you're always doing Motorola's. Haven't you got any Nokias or Nokias? Truth of the matter is, there wasn't many Nokias around at the time when the analog came. There was a few, but Nokia made their mark when GSM came. They had a whole bunch of phones, mid 90s when GSM kicked off. They had mid to late 90s was Nokia's era. They had the market. But I found a whole bunch of Nokias that some of you will probably be pleased to see. Anyway, going back to the Philips, I got carried away there. This is basically what you got when you bought one of these. Much more simpler. You got the phone, battery. Not too sure what that is. Oh, that's a small battery. That must be an extent. No, that's the base of the phone, I think. We'll figure it out in a sec. You got a great big desktop shoe, which I haven't really powered up yet, and you got a really heavy transformer. This is of course a 3-pin because it's out of the UK, and it doesn't say Philips on it, but I know this is the original because I did try and play around with this phone a little bit. It didn't really take a charge, so but anyway, so that's the wall socket. So going back to the phone then, it's a real interesting phone. This real neat because of just the way it fits together. This is the phone. This actually looks very similar to one of the old Sony phones I have with the funny antenna that goes up like so. There is an NMT phone Philips do, and I'm trying to desperately remember the model number, that also has a funny antenna like this. It looks like a rugged phone. But anyway, so I'm not too sure how this clips in. Does it clip in like so? Yeah, that's basically how it works. And this is obviously the extended battery. So you could potentially carry that in your shirt pocket. I'm not too sure. This of course is completely dead because it didn't want to take a charge. Philips PR92, there you go, the original battery. And then you got obviously the slim battery, which is what this is, which I think, if I'm right in thinking actually, these batteries actually had the microphone built in, because that's got a little hole there, and I can't actually see anywhere else where the microphone would be. on this phone. There we go, there's the microphone there. So if you take the battery off, there goes the microphone. So it's a real interesting design, this, because every battery has a microphone circuit built in, which is what all these contacts are for, basically. Each battery has its own microphone. There's the earpiece, and you hold that to your head like so. And obviously the keypad would be on the outside. So if this is your head, you wouldn't be talking like this. You'd be talking like this, a bit like all the Nokia communicator. In fact, I found a 9000 as well, I think, box. I don't know why I didn't show you guys. But the communicators are like that, where the screen is always facing outside, away from your head. And this is the same sort of design, actually. Real neat phone. I wish I could power it up. I did actually try and charge this. Tried charging it overnight. Neither of the batteries did want to take a charge, which is unfortunate, really. Because a couple of years ago I had played around with this, and it did actually power on, and it held at least 10 minutes worth of charge. So it's a shame that these are no longer holding a charge. These are NiCads, obviously. I'm not a fan of NiCads, so that'll be why. But I think actually you could probably prise that open and put 2 or 4 double A's in here, even, because that's what it looks like is in here. Basically, I don't know if you could just prise that open, or whether it's molded shut somehow. But I do have a second one of these, so potentially I could sacrifice one of these to try and put new cells in the actual case. The problem is, if you're breaking that apart, the clip might not function properly. But anyway, I'll have a look into that. So this is really a short little video, really, not really very long, but to give you some idea, just for comparison of size, this is a MicroTech Elite, which I know everybody keeps asking for videos about. I have yet to do a video about this. I've done a whole bunch of videos about MicroTechs. I've got probably about 17 or 18 of these, all different kinds. I will do a video when I gather up all the different variants. But yeah, some sort of size, and this fits nicely into a shirt pocket. This is a bit bigger on the other hand, just to give you some sort of idea. A bit heavier as well. The Elite, MicroTech Elite is quite a nice little phone. Certainly, I would get service on the Elite. I'm not sure I'd be happy carrying this around. But anyway, got a nice little hand strap, LCD display, obviously. And that's all I can say about this one, really. It's a shame, really, but it's one of these things, really, with the old phones. I got so many phones in storage that, you know, there will come a time when none of these will power on, and some of them already started not taking charge. It's just one of those things, I guess, with the older phones that, you know, you can't get new batteries for them. So it's a shame, really, but I'm not really going to lose sleep over it, quite frankly, because as long as there's no green verdigris on the contacts, I'm happy. That's the main thing, really. So, but anyway, thanks for checking this video out. Have a look at some of the other videos I got on here, and if you got any questions or comments, drop me a comment. Incidentally, somebody asked me about a gray MicroTech extended battery. I've forgotten who it was. Email me again, please, because I got so many emails in my inbox at the moment. I can't go through all of them just looking for it. I found it. Drop me a comment, and or drop me another email, and I will get this shipped out to you for a small token fee. That's all I got to say about this particular one. I got the Ericsson from last week or the week before that I showed you that wouldn't take a charge. I think that started to take a charge now. I'm going to try and do a video about that one as well at some point, maybe next week, if it's still holding a charge. But yeah, have a look at the other videos, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to like and share. Thanks for watching.